welcome to ep Spotlight, a podcast where I would discuss issues that matters most to the youth. I'm your host, Wisdom Soccer, and today we are exploring the challenges faced by youth today in their daily lives. So, welcome to ep Podcast Insight, and today we have another guest, another special guest. So, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Douglas Jam. I work as David Head Teacher of Hope CDSS.
Okay, so in today's topic, we are tackling challenges faced by youth today. So, what mental health challenges do you face today?
The youth face a lot of challenges, especially the psychological challenges.
Yeah.
They are ranging from issues of social issues,
Mm,
the issues to do with relationships, and some may be due to family challenges because in most of the times the youth may uh, have family challenge in the sense that maybe the family background is not good or the family is facing financial challenges. So the youth have their aspirations and what have you. So if they are failing to meet these aspirations because maybe parents are failing to support them with
mm.
other needs, then they may have problems with that.
Because the youth depends more on their parents.
On their parents,
Yeah.
yeah. And also, if the youth is an orphan, then automatically that one he or she has nowhere to get the support.
Yeah.
So that also becomes a very big what?
Big
A very
challenge.
big, a very big challenge.
Mm.
And that challenge also may also compromise the education of the what of the youth in the sense that he may not finish
Education.
education because of financial issue because education nowadays requires money.
Mm.
So if there is no support, then the youth may drop out of school instantly. Yeah.
So, how does social media impact the mental health of youth?
Um, since the social media helps to the youth to interact,
Mm.
so sometimes the youth may be interacting on the social media with other youth that are doing better.
Mm.
So that may also have like
Negative impact.
a negative impact to say why are my friends doing this and I myself am not doing that. And at the same time, sometimes that can also be an advantageous in the sense that the interaction on the social media may motivate the youth that are aspiring to be somewhere there. Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Mm.
So, what role do self-care play in maintaining mental well-being in the youth?
Um, if the youth is caring him or herself, caring will mean uh, making sure that he's not involved in these other activities. So that will help him to shape his or her what, future.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, you have already explained about education-related challenges. So,
Yep.
can you just clarify more on education-related challenges on the youth?
Um, as, as you know, education requires a lot of resources. For one to be educated, it means there are a lot of resources that are supposed to be invested. So the education-related challenge will include lack of school fees. If a youth is failing to raise school fees or parents are failing to raise school fees for him or her, then that might impact negatively on his or her what?
It becomes a big challenge.
Yeah, in terms of resources like the provision of learning materials, it might also be a challenge. In terms of clothing and what have you, and so forth. Sure.
So, how do youth navigate career choices and expectations?
Sometimes through education means we may have mentors in the within our system. Some teachers may provide guidance and counseling
They
so
may
that
help
to shape their future,
yeah.
to change their mindset towards education. Yeah.
So, um, what role do family dynamics play in shaping youth experience?
Um, the the change in family aspirations. If a family is financially stable, is improving, there's an improvement in the general well-being of the family, which means the family will be able to provide for the child.
Yeah, for the child.
But if the family is not doing better financially, is
The ups
facing a
and
lot of
downs.
challenges, so then the youth may not be able to get enough support from the what
From
from the family. So that will also will negatively impact on the future of the youth.
So how do youth navigate online safety and digital citizenship? So uh, how do youth navigate online safety and digital citizenship?
Mm, the online platform provides a lot of things. For example, some of them are bad things, some of them are good things. So, using the online platform, for example, the bad thing that are provided on the online platform, the social media thing, the issues of watching other things that are not good for them, like the pornography. So that might impact negatively, or they may learn some other bad activities as provided by the forums. Maybe that may also pose security challenges. But sometimes the platform provides good things because it's a learning point where you share a lot of experiences and the aspirations, especially the youth that are doing better in life. They may provide like guidance and counseling to their fellow youth on the platform.
So
Are you ready for extreme sports experience? Tune in to the Sports Zone for live updates, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews with the biggest names in sports. From football to netball, volleyball to basketball, we have you covered with the latest news, scores, and highlights. Plus, join the debate with our expert panel and share your thoughts on the hottest sports topics. Don't miss the Sports Zone every Saturday at 8 a.m. on Mega Radio Station. It's extreme destination for sports fans. The Sports Zone, where sports come alive.
What are the effects of substance abuse on the youth? Because nowadays it is becoming more challenging. We have heard more topics about drug and substance abuse, this and that. So
Yeah.
as a deputy, how does that impact your children?
Um, the drug and substance abuse is a very big challenge nowadays, especially in the education sector, because sometimes these youth may be involved in smoking, chamba, beer drinking, and what have you. So if they involve themselves in that, the concentration in terms of education is not there. Sometimes instead of concentrating to what teachers are saying, they may behave strangely. Sometimes they bring indiscipline in schools. So it is negative. It is providing a negative impact to the youth. And at the same time, when somebody is intoxicated, like has
Staying
is
drunk.
drunk, right? They he may not make a good decision when it comes to issues of, for example, relationships. Maybe he's at a beer at a bar where he's drunk, and he may be involved in unprotected sex. So that might also affect the healthy status of the youth. Yeah.
So what strategies help youth to build resilience on the youth and drug abuse?
Uh, Issues of guidance and counseling. Like in our case, we do provide guidance and counseling. There are specialists, teachers that are dedicated to the provision of guidance and counseling, and also the education aspect. The content of the subjects that we are teaching contain some other elements that may help youth to shape their future, to avoid the drug and substance abuse issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have talked about you have some teachers that help your youth to avoid substance and abuse.
Yeah.
So how is this mentoring the youth helping? Is it helping or not?
It's helping. It's helping a lot because I've seen some who were doing bad things. They were like because of peer pressure, but after being cancelled, they are now good students, and that is helping them in terms of performance. Performance-wise, they are also doing better. Sure.
So so you have talked about mentorship and maintaining health using from maintaining health from abuses.
Yeah.
So how do this mentorship helps you with to navigate conflicts with their colleagues or with their family issues?
Okay, this mentoring aspect is on the social issues, general social issues, and also the spiritual aspect. Because in our case, we value much the Christian aspect. So when we are trying to mentor them, when we are trying to provide guidance and counseling, we also tie the spiritual aspect. So spiritually, we help students uh, to have that spiritual thing. So by providing spiritual guidance, it means in one way or the other, the indiscipline issues
Hello.
are low. Yeah. So for example, last time we had some students who were suspended on discipline issues. So after providing guiding and counseling, they are now good students.
They have changed.
And the other time we gave a suspension to Samuel Banda, as the student Samuel Banda, who was suspended on discipline issues. But after coming back from the suspension, is the one who has scored highest. So we are saying the guidance and counseling is good because it is shaping the behavior of learners, students. Yeah.
So how do youth manage stress?
Um, we help them to manage stress. One, we have issues of we have we have a subject called life skills, so which is sometimes compulsory to most of the students. So by providing life skills as a subject, so it provides ways and means of managing stress. And at the same time, we have so many activities, the extracurricular activities like sports and other things. So these, by engaging them in such things, they try as much as possible to relieve their stress.
So on the stress point, so we know in schools we have stress during exams.
Yeah.
So some people may run away to exams because they are stressed. They are afraid to fail.
Yeah.
So how do you manage to help these students?
It goes with preparation. So far, in our case, we teachers try as much as possible to provide the much needed information, like teaching, covering the syllabus and all of you. And we also do provide some tips on how to tackle exam-related questions. So by doing so, we provide that kind of strength amongst learners, so they have that courage to write the exam. So we don't have any cases of running away from the exam because we prepare them in advance. Yeah. And in terms of when we are asking our learners, we are providing the test items, we make sure that they are up to the standard, manual standard. So by enabling them to sit for standardized papers as per our manual guidelines, so we encourage them to be what to prepare well
To prepare
more. Yeah.
So how do you engage in social change? Like the world now is changing to social. So how do you engage in those activities?
We try as much as possible to conduct some other things like sports. For example, sports where we may travel, we may have a trip, and by doing so, they learn from their friends. Sometimes we had a trip to Majete, we had a trip to museum. We are also planning to have a trip to a certain university. so that they may have that practical experience. They should see how the social world is changing. Yeah, and they should be able to copy to the changing needs of the social world. Yeah.
So you have talked about extracurricular activities. So how are these benefit to the youth?
We know we have the co-curricular activities and extracurricular activities. The co-curricular activities, these are subject rated as per curriculum. Okay, so we are aware that not all students who go to university,
Can engage in that?
not all students who pass the exam, not all students will be doctors.
Yeah.
Some will be footballers, some will be netballers, a lot of you. So by engaging them in other activities, we are trying to explore, we are trying to enable them explore some other talents. Yeah.
Okay. So how do youth maintain a healthy work-life in balance?
Yeah, by avoiding some other things like unprotected sex, and also helping to maintain their healthy wise, like observing the basic hygiene measures that are put in place. Yeah.
So that's our episode today. Thank you for your time.
Welcome. Sure.
Are you ready for extreme sports experience? Tune in to the Sports Zone for live updates, expert analysis, and exclusive interviews with the biggest names in sports. From football to netball, volleyball to basketball. We have you covered with the latest news, scores, and highlights. Plus, join the debate with our expert panel and share your thoughts on the hottest sports topics. Don't miss the Sports Zone every Saturday at 8 a.m. on Mega Radio Station. It's extreme destination for sports fans. The Sports Zone, where sports come alive.